Aphasia. Talk about it. Words are powerful. We often put words together in phrases and sentences to discuss the power of words. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Proverbs. Speak only the speech that neither torments self nor does harm to others. Buddha. Watch your mouth. Once you say it, you don't get a take back. Parents everywhere. But what if your words were taken from you? Not the right to use them, but your ability to formulate them, understand them. What might change in your life if you could no longer find your words? Words and the ability to use and understand them live in your brain. And the left side of the brain is very important for language. Millions of neurons and support cells work together to give you access to language and communication. In a matter of seconds or minutes, those neurons can be damaged or starved of necessary blood oxygen, and those words are gone. This is aphasia. Aphasia involves difficulty speaking, understanding, reading, and writing. This can happen because of a stroke, like a blockage stroke that cuts off the blood supply to the brain, or a rupture stroke where there is bleeding within the brain. It can also happen because of a traumatic brain injury, or TBI, like when something penetrates the head, or when someone has a nasty fall, or a bad motor vehicle crash. Aphasia can also happen after other types of brain damage, such as infection, brain tumor resection, and more. Progressive neurological disorders can also cause aphasia. But this talk will focus on aphasia after sudden acquired brain injury. According to Aphasia Access, over 2.4 million people in the United States currently have aphasia. And according to Aphasia Access, CDC, and the National Aphasia Association, many more Americans will acquire aphasia each year. Types of aphasia are often divided into two categories: fluent aphasia, also called receptive aphasia, and non-fluent aphasia, also called expressive aphasia. Fluent aphasia involves fluent speech, where people can say words or say made-up words with ease and at a normal speed. Fluent aphasia also often involves receptive problems, where people have trouble comprehending and or repeating. One type of fluent aphasia is Wernicke's aphasia, which can result from damage to the temporal lobe of the brain. For example, a person with Wernicke's aphasia might think they are saying, "I want to get strawberries at the store," when they are actually saying,
"I winter do stinger at the steaming."
Sometimes their speech is described as word salad. A person with Wernicke's aphasia may have trouble understanding when someone is talking to them, especially longer, more complicated utterances, like hearing word salad. In this example, someone said, "Go get dressed so we can run errands before we have to see our family at dinner tonight." And the person with aphasia hears dresser, run, errand, family, and they do not understand. Non-fluent aphasia involves non-fluent speech, where people say fewer words with more effort and at a slower speed. Non-fluent aphasia is also called expressive aphasia because people have problems producing words and or repeating. People with non-fluent aphasia may have receptive skills that are stronger than their expressive skills, but they still often have difficulty comprehending. One type of non-fluent aphasia is Broca's aphasia, which can result from damage to the frontal lobe of the brain. Someone with Broca's aphasia may say, walk, dog, meaning, I will take the dog for a walk. Or book, two, table, for there are two books on the table. Another type of aphasia is global aphasia. It results from extensive damage to the language areas of the brain. People with global aphasia have severe communication difficulties and may be extremely limited in their ability to speak and understand language. There are other types of aphasia. Some examples are conduction, anomic, latent, dynamic, subcortical, and more. And aphasia type may evolve over time. The different types result from damage to different language areas in the brain, and not just because of damage to the lobes that you know that are made of gray matter, the frontal, temporal, parietal, and occipital lobes, and even the hidden insula lobe, but also because of damage to important connections between brain areas called white matter tracts. Think of them as connecting highways or extensive telephone systems that help these brain areas communicate. Different locations of damage to these specialized areas and their communication lines will lead to different aphasia types. Some language skills will be stronger than others. Though some skills are stronger, all language skills are likely to be impacted in some way. Reading and writing may be extremely difficult for some people, but may be a relative strength for others. People with aphasia have described their challenges with haunting imagery, their brain holding their words hostage, their mouths being zipped up and being unable to get the words out. Following a brain injury, many changes occur in the brain, which help it to recover. As a result, people with aphasia often see dramatic improvements in their language and communication abilities in the first few months, even without treatment. But in many cases, aphasia still remains following this initial recovery period. Research has shown that language and communication abilities can continue to improve for many years. In other words, recovery is not over after 1 year. Recovery is often accompanied by new activity in brain tissue near the damaged areas. And recovery is facilitated by speech-language therapy, which is proven to help communication abilities. So aphasia, just talk about it. An informed community is a healthier community. We must work together to help people live well with aphasia. Thank you for watching. This project was funded by the New Mexico Brain Injury Advisory Council, a program of the State of New Mexico Governor's Commission on Disability. Funding was awarded to Dr. Jessica Richardson at the University of New Mexico in the Department of Speech and Hearing Sciences and affiliated with the Center for Brain Recovery and Repair. Her team developed content and spearheaded design, working closely with the Office for Community Health and other community partners. The wonderful artwork was completed by Vince Collier from PowerPlay Graphics. Videos were made with PowerPoint, Doodly, and iMovie. We hope you enjoyed this video and that you share it with others who may benefit from watching it.